What's going on, everybody? Josh Engelman here for OddsShopper.com, back again with the PrizePicks picks. It's Thursday, March 2nd. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engelman so that you can get more amazing PrizePicks cards like the one that I'm sharing on the screen on the right. Yesterday was interesting. So video card is on the left. We went 3-1. We lost Joel Embiid to a DNP. I'll take what I can get there on a 3-1. We ended up missing out on Mark Williams points by the hook, which really is a bit of a bummer. Very close to going 4-0 there on that card. That's great. If you followed me on Twitter yesterday and got the updated card, another 5 picks, we went 0-5, so not ideal. 3-6 on the day yesterday. We weren't even close. Eubanks didn't get those boards. Damian Lillard managed to have 0 assists yesterday. Zilch. Nada. That's, honestly, that is pretty difficult to do considering the game that he had. Giddey smashed. Malik Beasley couldn't make any buckets. AD being out, they just couldn't create anything. It didn't seem to matter. They still won anyway. And then DeRozan went over. Full clean sweep. I went over this on a show I have earlier today, but if you're going to pick 60% winners, you are still going to hit 0 like 2% of the time. So let's hope we got that one out of the way. 5 more picks for today. Lots of fantasy score props coming up right now. First one up on the list, we're going to Scottie Barnes. We're taking the over in his fantasy score. The line is at 30.5. Makes no sense to me at all. I got him at 36.3. This one I just don't get. This is a guy that's playing 36 minutes a night, and he's at a minimum a 0.9 fantasy point per minute guy. You're going to be coming in north of that 30 mark regardless, but you can see it clear across the board. I'm projected well north of his stats. We got him projected for 16.3 real points. The line is 14.5. 7.5 boards. The line is 6. 4.5 assists. The line is 4. I've got him over in basically every statistical category. I don't really understand how he's at 30 unless for some reason we're expecting him to only play 30 minutes. There's so much upside in this number. I would be shocked if 30.5 sticks around. I hope that you can get it, but anywhere up to 33, I'd feel pretty good here. Scottie Barnes fantasy score over 30.5. The best play on the board at 9:08 a.m. on the East Coast. Next up, we're taking another over for fantasy score. That's going to be Kawhi Leonard. The line is at 40.5. I got him at 45.9. This is another very, very easy over. 1, Kawhi is playing massive minutes right now. You want to give him 38 or 39 for today, and I think that is reasonable. I didn't. I gave him 37 minutes. I think that I'm being pessimistic with what his actual upside can be. That's step 1. 2, this is a great matchup against Golden State. They're still without Andrew Wiggins, who would be the type of guy that would have Kawhi Leonard as an assignment. He's not here. Steph's not here. Jordan Poole's a little dinged up. I think Kawhi is in a great spot. Now, the defense is still going to be good when they have Looney and Draymond on the floor, but the moment one of those guys leaves, it's just not going to be all that good on the Golden State side. Pace up as well for the Clippers. It's a minutes play for Kawhi. He's been playing fantastic now that he's been ramping up. I don't know why he's at 40.5. I mean, let's just think about it. If you assume that he's playing 36 minutes, that is not a very lofty projection in terms of fantasy points per minute. We're not going too far above 1 to get to 40.5. I think he's playing more than 36 minutes, or at least I think that he can. There's certainly that upside. And he's a better rate guy than that. He's a 1.25 fantasy point per minute guy. Kawhi Leonard over 40.5 fantasy points. Now, I need to make sure that you guys check out, 1, signing up at PrizePicks using the link in the description so that you can get upwards of $100 on your first deposit. If you haven't signed up at PrizePicks yet, you should just do that. The link is there. Click it. Any amount that you put in up to $100, they're going to match that amount. And then we want to help you out over at Stochastic/OddsShopper with our Pick'em Pro package. You see it on the screen. 50% off your first week using the promo code SCORE. Link in the description will help you out. We take all the picks, we take all the props that are at PrizePicks, and we use our model and our projections, and we assign the rates of how often we think they go over or under. You can go directly to that table, sort it from top to bottom, take the best props you want, and load them directly into PrizePicks. You're going to save a ton of time and Honestly, we're just doing a lot of the legwork for you. And this is going to cost you for the first week using this promo code less than $5. We're talking the cost of a coffee. I know I've used that reference before if you've watched this video, but that's true. I mean, a large coffee at Starbucks now is like $4.50. That's what you get with Pick'em Pro. You're not going to make any money from your coffee. You can make money here. So take advantage of the offer. It's going to be less than $10 after that first week. But if you don't like it after the first week, just cancel. You don't have to think about it again. I think you'll stick around though. It's not all rainbows and butterflies in this video though. We are taking an under here, and that's coming to KLAY Thompson. Now, this obviously scares me because he is as likely to get hot as anybody else, but his line's too high. The fantasy score is set at 35.5. I got him at 33. Raw points projection is at 25.5. I got him at 23. Do I like KLAY Thompson? Yeah. Would I be surprised if he went out there and made like 9 threes? No, this dude's crazy. But this is not a good matchup for him against the Clippers. They're very switchable. They have guys that are at least more suited to slow down KLAY. And he's very, very scoring dependent. If he's not having that big three-point shooting day, he's not coming anywhere near this fantasy score. So when he beats it, I think he beats it by a lot. But I think more frequently than not, we're going to win this one pretty easily. I don't see this one as much of a sweat. KLAY Thompson's either going to have 35 fantasy points before the fourth quarter starts, or we're going to win this one pretty simply. I like the matchup today. I'm happy to take the under. Do I want to cheer against KLAY Thompson scoring? I certainly do not. But will I? I absolutely will. We're taking another fantasy point prop, and we're taking the over on DELON WRIGHT. Now, this one's going to be a little different. He's projected for 23. At least that's where the line is. I have him projected at a little over 26. DELON WRIGHT really fits the scoring system here at PrizePicks, because he's not a points guy. I agree with his points projection. He's a little bit low on rebounds, a little bit low on assists. We're getting some value there. But DELON WRIGHT makes his money with steals and potentially with blocks, but steals in particular. And steals are worth 3 fantasy points. That is where you're going to get DELON WRIGHT. And now we've got him starting. Monty Morris is out. DELON WRIGHT's playing anywhere from 28 to 32 minutes here in this starting role. I projected him for 29, so I think there's a little bit of upward mobility just from a scoring perspective. But even at 29, I like the over here. The scoring system is better for DELON WRIGHT than it is for most guys because steals are so important. 23 is not enough in 29 minutes. Is he a great per minute guy? He absolutely is not. Does that matter to me all that much right now? No, because I got him projected for 26 fantasy points. Take the DELON WRIGHT over. No one else is giving you DELON WRIGHT today. I promise you that. And finally, we close it out with a fun one. We're taking LUKA Doncic, and we're taking the over in his fantasy score. The line is set at 51.5. I got him at 55.5. Sign me up for cheering for Luka. We know what the rates have been so far with Kyrie there, and while they haven't been successful on the floor, when Luka and Kyrie are playing together, they're smashing offensively. No one's slowing them down. They're a 99th percentile offense when those two guys are on. So I'm not worried about the scoring here. The usage has come down a couple points. He's in the 35% range now with Kyrie. The big piece has been the drop in assist rate. We've seen that be pretty dramatic. But it's not dramatic enough that LUKA Doncic shouldn't be projected for more than 51 fantasy points. That's crazy. I'm 4 points clear here. The points are still there. If you want to take the rebounds prop, that's the one that I think, if you don't like the fantasy score, take his rebounding prop. That has nothing to do with Kyrie Irving. He's not a different rebounder now. He's still going to be out there grabbing boards if you need it. It's not like they have other big men that are going to handle that job. But I'm going to take the fantasy score. Who doesn't want to cheer for LUKA Doncic over 51.5 fantasy points? There we go, folks. The picks are in. You can see them on the screen right now. I'm staring directly at them. Scottie Barnes over, DELON WRIGHT over, LUKA Doncic over, Kawhi Leonard over, and then we're taking the under on fantasy points for KLAY Thompson. Like, subscribe, notification bell. Good luck tonight. We'll probably have another card out on Twitter, so keep your eyes peeled for that. We'll be back again tomorrow. Let's try to get that 0-5 from yesterday's Twitter card out of our system as fast as we can. Good luck, everybody.